Hey guys, welcome to my VIP teaching training video. I want to introduce y'all to my class.
Miss McClain's!
And I didn't pay them to say that. So today we're going to be talking about nutrition because it's so very, very important to long and healthy lives. So I'll give y'all a copy of this PowerPoint. It'll be loaded into Canvas for y'all to look at. So basically, what do y'all know about nutrition? What are some things y'all know about nutrition?
It's on every label.
It's on every label, okay?
There's fat and then the good foods.
Okay, there's fat and then good food, calories, sugar,
And ingredients.
ingredients. Okay. Have any of y'all ever looked at a nutrition video?
Yes.
I mean video label?
Yes.
Not till yesterday. I love it. Okay, so we're going to kind of go over the basics of nutrition because have y'all taken the nutrition class?
Yes.
Yes, okay, so this will all be a really good overview for y'all. So we'll just go through it kind of quickly and I'll ask some questions for y'all. So really what we're going to do is just again talk about the fundamentals of nutrition. We're going to look at some nutrition labels and we're going to compare for our lab activity what we think is a serving size versus what really is a serving size. Okay, so I brought some measuring cups and a weighted scale and all kinds of good stuff for us to just kind of see what our perception of a serving size is. Because what we think is a serving size is probably not going to be a serving size. Okay, so let's get started with just the fundamentals of nutrition. It's important that you eat good. Why?
So you can have a healthy body.
So you can have a healthy body and
Live longer.
You're exactly right. So your nutritional status is really important. Can you be fat and healthy?
Yes.
Yes.
Can you be skinny and not healthy?
Yes.
Yes. Okay. So it all boils down to what you put into your body and those foundations that you eat in order to maintain the structure of your body. Okay. So good nutrition, healthy appearance, well-developed body. How does your nutrition affect your attitude?
If you're hangry.
Yeah, if you're hangry, you're going to be mad and mean. And that's why I try to let y'all eat all during class so y'all aren't hangry.
Yes.
Well, I eat during class, so I'm not hangry. Okay, what were you saying, Makira?
Nothing.
Oh, come on, makes me sad. Okay, so it's a good attitude. It's really important. If you eat bad food, like Patty Melts and French fries and Kit Kats and Cheetos and Oreos and hot fries all day, every day, how do you think that's going to affect your attitude? Or how you feel, I should say.
Bad.
Not good.
Feel bad. So my freshman year in college, I was super pumped. Y'all all know I had, have I told y'all I had weight loss surgery about 3 years ago? Have I told y'all that? Yeah. So my first semester of freshman year in college, we had all these different stations in the cafeteria, kind of like y'all do. And I ate Patty Melts for like 6 months straight.
What made you have surgery?
Because I needed help controlling what I put in my stomach. Because, you know, it's one thing for us to know what to do, it's another thing for us to actually do it. You know, like y'all know y'all don't need to do drugs and have unprotected sex, but sometimes you do. Okay? It's a difference between knowing what to do and actually doing it. So that's why I chose to have weight loss surgery so that I could have an assistant to help me control what I put in my mouth. Okay? So proper sleep and bowel habits. You know, we've talked about how important pooping is. Okay, because if you're not pooping, things aren't working right. So very important. And then when you eat well, you have a lot of enthusiasm. You feel better. And then it also affects your anxiety. Okay, because all of those processed foods and all that stuff that you put in your stomach, it can alter the way that your hormones and stuff are absorbed and secreted. So it can change the way that you feel, okay, which is really, really, really kind of cool. Do y'all have or know anybody that's done like the Whole30 or paleo or anything like that that's all organic, no processed stuff?
I know of people, but I don't
I did
personally.
that one time, like a year ago.
Yeah. How did you, did you notice a difference in how you felt? How did you feel now versus when you were doing?
I mean, I still eat healthy, but
Yeah.
not too much.
Yeah. So all that processed stuff really does affect how you feel and how your body functions. Okay. Fundamentals of nutrition. We know that good nutrition prevents all kinds of long-term problems, okay? Hypertension, clogged arteries, osteoporosis, diabetes, and malnutrition, okay? So we're going to talk about the essential nutrients real quick, and then we're going to move into our lab activity. Okay, you have lipids, which are fats, protein, which you find in meat and eggs, carbohydrates, which are your sugars and starches. You have vitamins and minerals, okay? So do any of y'all know which one of these 5 actually have caloric value or have calories in them?
Protein.
Okay, protein, carbs, and
Vitamins.
Minerals.
Lipids.
lipids. Very good, okay? Fat, protein, and carbohydrates all has caloric value to it, okay? So we're going to look, let me find this nutrition label slide for y'all, and we'll go over it, and then we'll move on to our activity. Okay, so this is a nutrition label. The federal government has mandated that we have nutrition labels on everything that we eat, okay? Before then, you just never knew what you were putting into your body, okay? So this is kind of telling you, and I'll leave this up while we're doing our little activity so that you can follow along. You want to start here. What's a serving size? Okay, serving size is going to tell you half a cup or 114 grams. Just because you have a box of cereal doesn't mean that that's one serving size. So you have to look at how many servings are per container, okay? Okay.
Do that mean how many people you think have a portion of it?
I mean, technically you could look at it that way. Whatever this is, you could give 4 people half a cup. Okay, so it kind of helps too with meal planning. You kind of know if you're feeding a lot of people, how many people you can feed. You have to look at calories, and here are these nutrients that we looked at. And then here's your vitamins and minerals down here, okay? And I'll leave this up too because this is a quick guide. 5% or less is low and 20 or more is high. So when you're looking at this percentage of daily values, you want it to be like your fats, you want to be less than 5, your cholesterol less than 5, your sodium less than 5. But any of these, it can be greater than 5% or greater than 20%. And it typically will let you have a healthy diet. Okay? Do y'all have any questions about nutrition labels before we get started? Anybody? Okay, great. Okay, so our activity, what we're going to do is everybody has a measuring cup, okay, and everybody has a plate. Okay, I want you to look at your measuring cup and think, oh, okay, so this is 1/4 of a cup. Okay, so you're going to put, when I come around, you're not going to use this, you're going to use your hand. And I want you to use, we've got this big old bucket of black beans. Okay, and I want you to pull out what you think is whatever cup that you have. So Zoe has a 1/4 of a cup, okay, and so she's going to pull out what she thinks a 1/4 of a cup of beans looks like, okay? And then everybody's going to do that and then stop, and then I'll give you all further instructions, okay? Okay. Okay, so Gracie, reach in here and dig out or get as much as you think of beans it'll take to fill up your measuring cup of a cup. So now that everybody's picked out their beans and how much they think their measuring cup is, I want you to pour your beans into your cup to see if you picked out too many or too little.
Yeah, it looks like I got the same amount.
Perfect, Kayla. Now, how did you know? I saw you over here, using your hands to measure your cup. How did you know to pull out that many beans? Okay, that's a good idea. That's great. We'll make sure that we talk about that in just a second. Okay, so how many, is everybody done?
Yes.
How many of y'all pulled out too many?
Me. I live me. It all fits.
Okay, so 1 or 2 of y'all. Okay, how many of y'all picked out just enough? Okay, how many of y'all didn't pick out enough? Okay, 1 or 2. Okay, perfect. So Kayla did a really cool thing. She compared her hand size to the cup the measuring cup that she has so that she would know how much that serving size was. Okay, and that's a great way to know and to use, especially when you're at buffets or even when you're eating out at a restaurant and they give you an entree, to know what an appropriate serving size is. Because when y'all go to like Applebee's or Chili's or somewhere and they bring you a burger and fries, how many servings do you think that is? Is that just one serving?
Like two or three.
It's not one, but it's like, you think it's one.
You think it's one because there's just one on your plate and that's the one plate that they bring you. But a lot of times, specifically your French fries are going to be 3 or 4 servings, and your hamburger is going to be about ½ a pound, which is 2 servings of meat, okay? So you have to be really careful specifically when you're eating out, okay, when you're looking at those serving sizes. So great job. Okay, so now we're going to pull out your nutrition labels and we're going to look at a few things, okay? So I'm going to pass the green bucket around for y'all to dump your beans back in, and if Ravney and Zoe will pick up the measuring cups, that'll be awesome.